Alright, boys, we're back for another video. And as I'm recording, it's February 16th, Sunday morning. God bless. But, I didn't plan on making this video. However, a lot of my friends I talk to who are religious and like a lot of things I see online, they're all complaining about like how they can't find love and anything like that. Like, they're all down bad, they're all sad about the fact that they didn't have a Valentine's or anything like that. And I get it. I understand it. I made a reel about it. How, like, you shouldn't be worried about a Valentine. Jesus does love you. And he is your ultimate Valentine. But at the end of the day, I still understand, right? Like, I know that feeling because I felt that urge before I had my purpose. My thinking, my rationale was, oh, once I get a girlfriend, I'll feel loved and I'll feel fulfilled. Ultimately, that didn't end up happening, but I understand your rationale. I understand you being there, and I'm gonna drop some sauce today for you guys. So, with that being said, let's get into today's video. I'm not using the mic today because I don't know. I just felt like not using it. But how, as a religious man, do you find a woman of God? Okay, there's a lot of trifle. Well, I don't know if I want to use that word, but there's a lot of like degeneracy around dating and everything like that. I'm sure you guys know. You're Christians, right? Or man of God, whatever religion you are. You know, like a lot of these women are going out there and partying and doing all sorts of things that aren't holy, right? But at the end of the day, that mindset that you have, that's the same mindset that Eve had when she ate the fruit in the garden, right? You're focusing on the lack of something. All right, you need to focus on the abundance first of all. That's the first thing you need to do is you need to focus on the abundance, okay? Because Eve had everything she could want in the garden. Okay, literally everything. But she was told not to eat the forbidden fruit. And she focused on the lack. I I have everything but that fruit. I lack that fruit. I need that fruit, right? Okay, you're doing the same thing. And if you focus on the lack, you're never gonna focus on the abundance. It's like if you have that mindset where it's like there's no holy women or all the women are taken up, you know, you're never gonna find one, all right? Because you're gonna start trying. Because your thoughts, what you're thinking, turns into actions at the end of the day, right? That's how sins are formed. If, say, for example, you want to jerk off, right? You don't randomly just wake up and start beating your meat, right? No, you don't do that. A thought's formed. Maybe you see a pretty girl, or it could be anything. I don't know what weird kinks you're into, but it could be anything, right? And that thought starts to form, and then you start to play on that thought, like deal with it, like, oh, she's a pretty girl. Oh, it'd be cute if I did this, and it evolves until next thing you know, you have gooey, sticky stuff all over you, right? Now, that's a little bit of extreme, but you need to focus on the abundance. I promise you, man, there's so much good in this world. I know the news doesn't like to show it. All these red pillars, people like that. They want to focus on like, oh, girls are horrible. Look at all these in the news, like all these mass shootings. Like they like to hide the good from the world. But I promise you, if you go out and you genuinely like just go out and experience life, good is around. Good forms. Like I used to have that thought where it was like, oh, nothing's good in this world before I found Jesus or anything like that. And now I go out and just it's beautiful. Like yesterday I made a video in the snow. Like life's good, man. Life's good. But yeah, focus on the abundance. Also, another thing that I see men do is once they start to focus, like, okay, there's godly women out there, they go to the wrong places. Okay, and that's an issue. People, like to go out to the bars and clubs to meet these women, well, most likely, I know we all sin, right? I know we all sin. I just drew on myself. I know we all sin, right? We all have our copes. I struggle with lust. I don't know what you struggle with. But, if you want to meet a godly woman, 99% of the time, and you're most likely not the 1%, you're not going to be the 1%, 99% of the time, they're not going to be in the bars. They're not going to be in the clubs. They're not going to be I don't know, smoking, drinking, doing stuff like that, right? And you guys are you guys are all gonna say, oh wait, then where do you find them? Where do you find them? You have to go to places where you think you would find your future wife. Okay, your wife will not be in the bars. Your wife will not be in the club. Yes, you can find a girl there and you can make her change, but most of the time you're not gonna find a wife there. And most of the time, the people in that bar and club, they're there for a reason. They don't want to change. They want to live that party life, which is fine. I'm not passing judgment. I'm not here to judge because I used to do that too. I used to live in a life full of sin. I still do. We're not perfect. No one's Jesus. But if you want to find a future wife, what qualities, for me personally, my quality of women, or I see in my future wife, what do I think about her? And I probably should have prefaced this, but I don't have a wife, obviously. I'm 20 years old, and I just got out of a relationship a couple months ago. I'm not really looking. I'm focused on this stuff right now. But what do I think is important for my future wife? Well, I think I want her to be fit, right? I think I want her to be a woman of God, right? I think I want her to be intelligent, right? So if you base those those traits, where do you think you find them? Okay, I want her to be fit. You might find her in the gym. I want her to be a woman of God. You might find her in church. Okay, I want her to be intelligent. Bookstores. Things like that. You have to do some Common Core thinking. Wow, the wind, or no, that's a plow. I was going to say, wow, the weather's getting crazy. Upstate New York is wild right now. But, that being said, you need to use some of that brain power you have. I know we all have some. You need to think about where your wife would be, all right? Where your future wife will be. She's not going to be in the bar and club, sororities, things like that, right? Okay, the next thing I want to cover is, what was the next thing I wanted to cover? Shit, I can't believe I just forgot. Oh yeah, dating apps, all right? Because the places I just mentioned, the bar, the gyms, the bookstores, most likely you're probably you're afraid to approach girls, things like that, which don't be. God favors the bold. It's normal. Girls actually love that. I have friends who are females. They love to be approached. They love to be complimented. Obviously, don't be weird about it. Don't be creepy about it. And have some social intelligence. If she's backing away or trying to walk away, don't follow her, bro. Don't follow her. But if you're uncomfortable or you're just nervous about it because maybe you want to play on the side of caution, all right, dating apps. A lot of Christians look down on dating apps, okay? And the thing I'll say is, I don't look down on them at all. Because I have found many people on there who follow God who are on dating apps, okay? It's so big nowadays. Maybe before, maybe in the early 2010s, it was a thing for just people for hookups nowadays. But there's things like Hinge and Tinder. If you get matches, you get to know them and everything like that. You can kind of understand whether they're a man or going to be your future wife, right? Okay, dating apps are so big nowadays. Everyone's on them. Christians are on them. Satanists are on them. I know that's wild to say, but just keep away from them. Party girls, equestrians. I can name any single one. Any hobby, anything like that, you're gonna find people on there. People who go to the gym, people who like reading. I don't know, flipping carpenters are gonna be on dating apps if you're into that. I don't know if there are any flipping carpenters out there, but dating apps are so big, all right? And this might be a problem in its own because I know a lot of men struggle getting matches on dating apps. That's when you have to sit down, judge your character, look and say, okay, what do I have to do to level up? Okay, maybe I'm not the best looking. What can I do? Get in the gym. All right, maybe I don't have enough money to attract high quality women. What do I have to do? Get my money up. Things like that. All right. But the point of this video is there are women out there. You have to go looking and you have to find them. And I know it may be hard. I know it may be discouraging. But trust me, bro. Because I was in your same shoes. I used to be fat. I have a lisp and crooked teeth. Obviously, you can hear the lisp. Obviously, you can see the crooked teeth, right? I was fat. I had crooked teeth. I have a lisp. I was addicted to gooning. You know, I had no purpose. I had no friends. I would come home from high school, play video games. You know, I was miserable, man. And now I'm in a much better position. I go to the gym. I have a purpose. These YouTube videos. I have a good paying job, bro. What else? I have a lot of friends and family who I love and I care about. I have a relationship with Christ. I don't think I mentioned before that I had no intention or no relationship with Christ whatsoever. Now I have a purpose with Him. And me changing and leveling up myself, I've been able to attract higher quality women. Alright, these girls, the girls you're looking for, the white quality girls, most likely, if you're in high school, you got a shot. You have a shot. But once you get out of high school, it's anyone's game because, you know, these 18-year-olds, they want to be with men who have status, you know, money, things like that. They're going to go for the higher quality, like, individual men. Like, and that's okay because they're white quality. They deserve a good man, all right? They're not going to go with some scrub unless you're in high school because, you know, I've seen relationships where people get with each other out of their league and they're getting married now. Like, I'm 20 years old and I'm seeing people from my high school getting married, or in my city getting married that got together during high school. So if you're in high school, dude, shoot your shot. It doesn't even matter and it might work. It might genuinely work and you might find your future wife. But if you're not in high school and you can't attract these women, you gotta level up, man. And that's okay. Don't call them a gold digger. Don't call them this and that. They're looking for a secure man, and that's what you want to be. In the Bible, it literally talks about, as a man, your job is to provide for your family. Women like this, they're not going to go for a scrub. You need to level up. You need to focus on yourself. But yeah, guys, I hope this video genuinely helped. And if you are looking to level up, I do have the Disciplined Disciples program. I help you get your money up. I help you build a godly physique. And I help you find your purpose and get you closer to Christ. If you are interested, message me on Instagram. It's down in my comment section. But yeah, I love you boys. I appreciate you. And I hope you find true love. I'm praying for all y'all. I swear. I love you guys. Thank you.